Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? Great. My name is Phil Stevenson. If you don't know me, I'm one of the team here at Westcity. Do you know, one of the big deals here at Westcity, big deal, is the welcome of Christ. It's a big deal because every week as we've come to the communion table, we've discovered the radical welcome of Jesus. It's actually part of our theological vision as well, which is just a fancy way of saying, like, as we've looked to Jesus, we really feel this is one part of the thrust of who we are as a church. We feel part of our theological vision is to be a peacemaking and radical welcoming community. I like that. And that's really... So last year, we started looking at everything to do with Westcity, and the question we asked was, like, are we extending the welcome of Jesus in all these areas? One of the places we looked at our facilities, and we said, do our facilities lean into the welcome of Jesus? And the short answer is no. Let me give you some examples. Look, if you're a regular here, you'll be fine. But if you're new to Westcity, you may not even know how to get in the building. There's no clear entrance. The obvious entrance is shut, which is the front bit here. And so, you know, that's not the only thing. Like, if you're new or a visitor to Westcity, you certainly won't be able to find the toilets. We used to be able to smell them, but then we renovated and then that clue disappeared. So you literally won't be able to find the toilets. And, you know, if you are a visitor, the building kind of says, if you're regular, you kind of know where things are. But if you're new, you're not really welcome. Just hopefully you'll fend for yourself and someone will tell you. That's not the biggest flaw to this building, though. The biggest flaw to the welcome of Christ in this building is that this building actually says, look, you're welcome if you're able-bodied. But if you have a disability where you can't actually walk, the building kind of says you're welcome to the main service because there's access to this front area if you're in a wheelchair. It says you're welcome to the main service, but you're not welcome to fellowship and food after, which happens in that back hall out there. If you can walk around, brilliant. But if you can't, there's limits to where you can go. That's what our building says. And so you can see, as we're saying, like, you're looking at everything. But as we looked at the building and said, does this actually say welcome from Jesus? We saw it didn't. So last year I asked, there's a couple in our church, Jason and Nisha. They're both architects. How funny is that? They're a married couple, both architects. And I said to them, hey, can you come up with some concept designs where we can have like a disability access to the back? Maybe even have like a focus on where the entrance is. You know, that's novel. So they said, yeah, and I was like, look, we'll pay you for it. And they came back and said, no, we don't want you to pay us. But they came up with some things. I'm going to show you the pictures right now. This is the first one of just a concept idea of basically, you know, where the gates is, you know, like a bit of an entryway there. That canopy can then be added onto the side. When we do our street party, we could have a full canopy in winter as well. But you can also see the disability access. This is a view from inside that back hall. What it could look like. Does that make sense? So that new entrance would be like those glass doors there, and there'd be glass doors going into where the kids sign in, and then a ramp would come up. And then this is a bit of a concept idea that I did earlier today. Now, that's yeah, brilliant. So that's, they came up with that. The challenge is, and we touched on this last week, the challenge is our regular giving here at Westcity is $3,000 to $4,000 a week, and we're using every penny of that, I'm telling you. We are running on the smell of an oily rag. What we're wanting to do is see our regular giving go up to $8,000 to $10,000 a week. This will allow us, I talked about this last week, I wish we'd have recorded it, but we didn't. But this will allow us to do stuff like this. It will allow us to put a bit of a new entry in, disability access, just bring this building up to speed to say, not only when we come to the table, but the whole building to say, welcome, Jesus welcomes you, whoever you are. that radical welcome for everyone. We'll want to get someone in to consult with us on signage, so you know where the toilets are and where to check the kids in. And the whole idea is like, we're regulars, we know it, but as new people come, as this becomes more of a community hub, we need to just like lean into that welcome. So I'm hoping we will raise 8,000 to 10,000 a week, and you know that. I mentioned it last week, and I just want to invite you to join with us in making this a possibility. You know, actually, this shouldn't be a chore. It's like it should be an adventure, and we want you to join us in this. So what I'm suggesting is go home. On the website, there's a giving thing. You can see our BSB account number. Set up regular giving, either monthly or weekly, and just join us in this. If you love West City, if you just are seeing something happen in this community that you love and you're enjoying, and you want to see that flourish, then can you consider just being a part of this journey? Hey, a big thank you for all those who since last week have done that. I just want to say big love from me to you. Thank you also for those who from day dot have just given regularly at West City. Like, you've literally kept us alive. And so a big love to you as well. And I just was thinking, wouldn't it be amazing if next Sunday, it's the last time I'm going to talk about this, but next Sunday I could get up and say, hey, we're done. We've got there. Isn't that brilliant? Now we never mention it again like we've always has done in the past. And we get on doing and being the church, you know, and you just see stuff happening around the place. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Anyway, thank you for listening to me this morning and sharing that.